Hello once again. It's me, Kanada, your favorite kitty cat on the internet. I know it's a hard choice because there's so many cats around, but you chose me. You chose wrongly, but I'm here. I'm going to talk about another movie I saw while I was stuck on an airplane. The infamous Morbius. It's Morbin time, etc., etc. Very dead meat. Anywho, so now that people have forgotten this thing was the internet's ass joke for about 2 weeks, what is it actually as a movie? Is it, like, so bad it's good? Is it just absolute crap? Is it boring? What we got? So, went into this. It's fine. It's okay. It's harmless. It's perfectly defined, disposable, but fine. It's not so bad that's funny. It's not so bad that's terrible. But it's not super good either. It's not spectacular. Just it's this nice, fine, even line through the entire movie with a couple little blips of amusement, which is what everyone latched onto when the memes were happening. As is, it's perfectly serviceable action comic book movie. It feels like it's from about 10 years ago, like from the same era as like Blade Trinity per se. It's got that kind of energy to it, but it's not bad. So you got Michael Morbius with Jared Leto doing a normal job, like he's been paid to act as a reasonably nice mad scientist, which unfortunately he has the bad luck of being super crippled with super indistinct disease of doom that's supposed to have killed him decades ago, but he's now in his 30s. Okay. So, he's doing what any reasonable super genius would do when presented with this dilemma. He's going to use mad science to cure himself. And, honestly, you're on his side. Like, he's not going to anything too terribly stupid. Like, he's going to get vampire bats from Costa Rica to take for his experiments, but he paid for them. He didn't, like, leave anyone out to get out to dry or anything. He just, he's doing reasonable mad scientist things. Rents a boat, goes to the international waters to do his experiments, and then things go bad. Eat some mercenaries. Shit happens. You know how it is. But don't worry, the movie makes sure that we know the mercenaries are all assholes, so we're perfectly fine with our hero eating them. For kids. So he gets back to the States, and hooks up with his friend Doctor Who, Matt Smith, I think it is. One of the doctors, one of the recent ones, anyways. If this was like one of the ones from the '60s, this would be way funnier. So his friend Doctor Who also has the same exact super crippling disease that has not been told what it is or what it does. It just makes you sick and dying. And makes the mistake of not just directly telling his friend, hey, I'm doing super science here. I know you're kind of funding me, which is appreciated, but I kind of turned myself into a vampire. I kind of ate all the mercenaries on that boat. Maybe I'm going to go back to the drawing board and figure this shit out before I share my super science with you. Doctor Who takes it poorly. He's like, hey, I want that super science. Gimme. He takes it, goes, bleh, bleh. Now he's a vampire too, and unlike Jared Leto, Doctor Who is perfectly fine with eating people. Just nom 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 nom. Eats them all. Yummy. So we have our conflict. Morbius, who's trying to be a good vampire, a good Morbin time, control his Morbin time. Doctor Who, he don't give a fuck. He is dancing and showing off his pecs. He's having a great old time just eating people left and right. And he's the best part, because Leto is doing a decent job. He's acceptable. Matt Smith knows that he's in some he's in a garbage movie. And he's having fun with it, and is a delight. And I never watched Doctor Who. I don't care. But I understand why people like this dude. He's fun. He has energy. He's kind of ugly as balls, but he has energy. Oh, I know some Doctor Who stands are going to kill me for that, probably. But hey, that was, what, 8 years ago now? He hasn't been a doctor for years, so no one cares anymore. So, he danced and he's having a good time. There's a lady doctor that Morbius wants to hook up with. She's there. Stuff happens. It basically goes where you would expect it to go for a 2000s era comic book movie. And it's fine. Like, nothing is ridiculously bad. The only weird things are the little blips of strange choices. Doctor Who dancing his ass off without a shirt. Morbius puts a little girl into a coma to save her from dying, and the movie kind of forgets to go back to that, so as far as we know, she's still in a coma. Whoops. Doofy crap, like, they fly, but there's like a fog effect coming off their hands and bodies as they do it. It looks cool. Like, I understand why they did it visually, but it kind of looks like they have like a fart gas coming off their bodies, like a really strong musk just flowing off them as they fly around the city going, woo! And it's kind of silly, but I don't think everything's on a pretty even keel the entire movie. It's filmed fine. The acting is, for the most part, fine. Like, there's some detectives who are completely useless and you could cut them out of the movie entirely. One of them is, I think his name is Tyrese. He's in the Fast and the Furious movies. He's completely disposable there. He's disposable here. He has a partner who is the funny one and sucks. You can literally cut out their scenes and save about 20 minutes of the movie. So, why did this hit so hard as a meme? I feel like there's not enough here to make it get there by itself. I think this is actually just a case of the internet deciding, hey, this is a dumb idea. Regardless of what the actual product is like, we're going to have fun with this thing. Which I can understand. But when it comes to like a good, bad movie, it kind of has to earn it via what the movie is. And I don't think Morbius particularly does. Like, it's fine. It's not bad funny. It's not good funny. It's not incompetent funny either. It's just kind of in the middle. The cute little blips of amusement. So, I don't get what happened here. I think it's very funny that they managed to trick Sony into putting it back in the theaters for the meme, and then no one came to see it, and cost them like a few $1 million in terms of prints and stuff. So that was funny. So I understand that. Fucking with movie studios, that's always hilarious. The Snyder people. They screwed WB out of spending millions of dollars, and no one gave a shit. Priceless. This isn't quite that bad, but still, that was amusing. That was funny. And then Leto did it's Morbius 2, it's Morbin time joke, and killed the meme dead as possible. And here we are. Okay movie, it's fine. If you don't see it, you will miss nothing. If you do see it, you'll get a couple of giggles and be okay with it and forget you saw it. Although I will say the attempts to tie it into the Spider-Man stuff at the end are embarrassing. Like, those are worth making fun of. That's deserved, because that's that's bad. That's just embarrassingly bad. So I understand making fun of that part, but it's literally the end credit stinger crap, and it's completely negated at this point, and no one cares. So even that's kind of. Anyway, I'm gonna go more around this very pretty little Japanese city block. I don't know why I'm here. I just keep kind of pooping around to various weird places here. Meh, it's living. Later.